We all love a good conspiracy theory. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Illuminati, a secret world government. But let's be real, it's all just a folklore, fairy tales designed to distract you. The people who actually run the world, they aren't hiding, they don't need to. They sit fully legally in a huge glass skyscraper in New York. The company has a tax ID, a board of directors, and quarterly reports on the SEC website. And today, in 2026, this matrix owns practically everything you see around you. But more importantly for my channel, now they are coming for your crypto. Guys, today we are reviewing BlackRock. I'm going to tell you the story of how a fired Wall Street loser built a financial Skynet that took over the planet. Drop a like in advance and let's dive in. To understand what we are dealing with, we need to rewind the clock to 1986. Back then, Larry Fink, the current CEO of BlackRock, was just a bold, brilliant trader at First Boston Bank. He was making insane millions for the bank trading mortgage bonds. But one day, his team made a massive mistake predicting interest rates, and the bank lost $100 million. Fink was fired in disgrace, thrown out on the street. For an ambitious Wall Street wolf, it was the ultimate shame. But on that exact day, he realized a fundamental truth that would later change the world. He realized that in financial markets, the only thing that matters is planning risk. In 1988, Fink gathers a team and creates BlackRock. Their idea was simple but paranoid. We are never guessing again. We are going to build a system that knows everything about every number, every asset and every probability in the world. And that's how Aladdin was born. Asset, liability, debt and derivative investment network. You've probably never heard of it, and honestly, neither did I before making this video. But you should have. Aladdin is the central nervous system of the global economy. It's a supercomputer, an artificial intelligence and analytics platform all rolled into one. How does it work? Aladdin constantly eats data from all over the world. It analyzes oil prices, wheat harvests in India, rainfall in Texas, political tweets, new laws, worker strikes, and so on. It has tens of millions lines of code. It takes an asset and runs it through thousands of stress tests. What if China attacks Taiwan tomorrow? What if a major bank collapses? What if there is a new pandemic? Aladdin got so smart and so accurate that by 2008, when the global financial crisis hit and centuries-old banks were crashing, do you know what US government did at that moment? The Federal Reserve, the guys who literally print the dollar, realized they didn't even understand the scale of the disaster. So they hired BlackRock. They asked Aladdin to figure out which assets were toxic and which ones could be saved. Think about that. The US government surrendered to a private company because only their software understood what was going on. Since then, Aladdin has become a monopoly. Today, BlackRock sells access to Aladdin to their own opponents, pension funds, and massive corporations. Tens of trillions of dollars flow through this system right now. Aladdin literally decides where the world's money goes. And here's where we get to the true scale of their power. As of early 2026, BlackRock officially manages over $14 trillion in assets. Just so your brain can process that. 14 trillions is around the GDP of Germany, Japan, India and the United Kingdom combined. If you spend $1 million every single day since the year of zero, you won't even be close to that number. But how did they capture so much? They pulled off the greatest magic trick in the history of capitalism. They popularized a brilliant scheme. ETFs or index funds. Look at how it works in practice. A regular guy or firefighter's pension fund wants to invest money safely, so they buy an S&P index. The person thinks, cool, I'm diversified my risks. I own a small piece of the 500 best companies in America. But there is one tricky detail. The investor just gets a piece of paper, the right to get dividends. But the actual physical shares, BlackRock buys those with your money. And here is the kicker. Along with those shares, BlackRock gets the voting rights. Millions of regular investors all over the world completely legally handed Larry Fink the remote control to the corporate world. The result? Today, BlackRock is the largest or second largest shareholder in almost everything you see, eat, use, and watch. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all of big pharma from Pfizer to Johnson & Johnson. The entire military-industrial complex, the corporations that build tanks and rockets. They even own stakes in rival media networks, Disney, Fox News, CNN. And holding that kind of stake in the world, they aren't just investors anymore, they are the owners. They use something called ESG rating system, environmental, social, and governance. They literally walk into the boardroom, any mega corporation, and say, listen up guys, we hold tens of billions of dollars in your stock, we don't like your CEO, or we don't think you are green enough. Change your strategy. And if a CEO tries to push back, BlackRock just uses other people's shares to vote them out. A few years ago, they brought the oil giant ExxonMobil to its knees exactly like this. A financial firm that produces nothing just walked in and replaced the board of a massive oil empire because they didn't care enough about the environment. It's an absolute, invisible, total dictatorship over the global economy. A dictatorship built with the money of the exact same people it controls. And while these guys in suits are playing with trillions, we are here taking our own profit from the market. If you want to stay ahead instead of reaching late, make sure you're plugged into the right information flow. I post daily market insights, setups, and breakdowns that actually matter. No noise, no fluff. Follow me on X and Telegram for real-time thoughts, for quick updates and news that can move the market before you even realize it, and YouTube for deep dives and strategies. And if you are not sure where to trade safely and efficiently, I've left links to the best crypto exchange with bonuses. All the links are in the description. Now, back to crypto. You remember why Satoshi Nakamoto invested Bitcoin, right? Right after the 2008 crisis. It was a protest against the banks. Not your keys, not your coins. Let's destroy the system, decentralization, freedom. Back in 2017, Larry Fink went on TV and openly laughed at crypto guys. He called Bitcoin an index of money laundering. He said it was trash that only criminals used. And what do we have today? They just took over completely. They bought the market out and didn't even choke. BlackRock controls the vast majority of the net inflow into Bitcoin ETFs. Their IBIT fund is vacuuming up coin from the market so fast that miners can't even keep up. They hold almost 800,000 Bitcoins on their balance. That's over $60 billion at the current rate. While retail investors panic in chats over dips and get liquidated on futures, Aladdin algorithmically buying the bottom. But Bitcoin is just the beginning. It's just digital gold sitting in their world. The real crazy stuff is happening right now. They launched an Ethereum ETF, and not just a regular spot ETF, but one with staking. Bitcoin runs on miners, so it's hard to capture control of the network. But Ethereum runs on the proof of stake. Whoever has the most coins staked holds the power. They validate the transactions, they collect the fees, they control the rules of the network. BlackRock is currently pumping billions of dollars into Ethereum and staking it. Do you realize what that means? They are integrating themselves into the blockchain code itself. They are becoming the main validators. The consensus of the second most important crypto network in the world isn't held by cyberpunks in basements anymore. It now lives on BlackRock servers. They are literally privatizing the very concept of decentralization. Why are they doing this? They don't care about doing a 10x. They don't need money in the way you and I understand it. A couple of years ago, Larry Fink dropped a quote that went over a lot of people's heads. The next generation for markets is a tokenization of securities. BlackRock sees that the old fiat dollar system is falling apart. It's slow, it's inflationary. They know that in 10 years, every asset in the world, stocks, bonds, real estate, will be moved onto the blockchain. If the entire financial world moved to the blockchain, BlackRock wants to be the one who owns the tracks. They want to be the main gateway that governments and corporations use to interact with the new money. The irony, the technology that was created to destroy Wall Street corporations became their greatest weapon. They aren't fighting crypto anymore, they want to control it. From everything I've said, there is really only one conclusion for us. Personally, I just going to keep buying Bitcoin for the long term, just to secure some kinds of independent future for myself. BlackRock can't buy all Bitcoin if we don't let them. What do you guys think all about this? Are we doomed or should we stop dramatizing it? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. And thank you for watching till the end. I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe. It's the best reward for the work I do here. That's all for today. See ya!